So what's up, everyone? I'm Joeybaby. Welcome to Mischief Makers. I, of course, have to dress up for the occasion. If you can see this beautiful tee. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, the OG of Mischief Makers, Peaches. How are you doing, my friend?
Good. Thanks for having me, Joey.
Раннер будет играть на английской версии. Английской версии чуть-чуть дольше.
Gotta run the English version, because I know how much you guys want to
Поскольку
shake,
в игре довольно много
even though
текста,
Japanese
и
faster, I'll make the
японскую
exception
версию
for you
немного
guys, just for
эффективнее
you, because I
использовать,
like you a lot.
поскольку
So,
японский
I'm
текст
gonna make a
появляется
new
чуть-чуть
file. I have
быстрее,
to name
чем
this appropriately.
английский. Но в рамках марафона это не страшно. Стимейт раннер взял довольно сейвовый. Так, давайте синхронизируемся. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Сюжет в игре не очень сложный. У нас есть... Сейчас найду записки. Ну, допустим, вот это наш хозяин, не знаю, как его правильно назвать, и его похищают загипнотизированные кланеры. Это вот эти вот челики, это кланеры. Это жители планеты, на которой происходят все действия в игре. Планета Кленсер. Они похищают нашего...
During cutscenes, I guess, you can like scroll the text faster.
Это профессор Тео, да, я нашел записки.
And you can make it go faster by holding one, but then it doesn't actually like move the text. So Joey's gonna be like holding L and mashing R, or vice versa. Don't you like hold R, you madman?
Yeah, you hold R and then mash L. It has a unique style for a N64 game, so you're gonna notice,
и как мы можем заметить, одна из главных механик этой игры это то, что у нас есть реактивный ранец, реактивный ускоритель, и он позволяет нам очень много набирать скорости. Если мы будем делать дэш и прыжок, если мы в один момент ускоримся и сделаем прыжок, то мы получим неплохое ускорение, намного больше, чем если мы бы просто двигались по земле, используя ускорение. Главная героиня — это, получается, робот-помощник по имени Марина. И одной из самых главных механик в игре на самом деле является даже не ускорение, а механика хватания, то есть подбирать какие-то предметы в руки. И мы можем подобрать в игре практически все, что угодно. Ну, реально почти все, что угодно. И это позволяет очень много делать на самом деле, потому что мы можем помимо того, что хватать, мы можем еще шатать, вращать, то есть, ну, кучу всего, кучу разных вариаций, но в основе, да, мы будем все это именно что, просто шатать. В основе эта игра является платформер-головоломкой, то есть каждый уровень, помимо того, что нам нужно прийти из точки А в точку Б, также нам нужно выполнять некоторые действия. Например, на этом уровне нам нужно собрать определенных клейсеров для того, чтобы пройти этот уровень. Ну, допустим, это дети мамы клейсер.
You know, it's kind of like weird, like alternate success conditions. Here, you just have to go to the right, but you have to go to the right by grabbing onto this.
Я не уверен, но, по-моему, это единственный раз в игре, когда мы встречаем робота именно такого типа, блочного. И, в принципе, вся суть уровня в том, чтобы дойти от точки А до точки Б.
Once I'm out of a level, I'm just immediately into a different objective. So this level, like, yeah, I'm controlling this guy here, and I can't break these red blocks without using this guy first, so...
Немножко теряет раннер время. Дело в том, что мы не можем получать урон, иначе наш робот будет разваливаться.
Oh yeah, a little early stop on the final block, but that's okay.
Yeah, usually if I get hit by one of those grenades, I get hit by all three because it really messes
Всего в игре 52 уровня. и 5 миров.
И
самой главной особенностью игры является то, что у нас есть... Ну, я уже очень много раз говорил на особенности, но это тоже одна из особенностей игры. Дело в том, что здесь есть мини-боссы, и их довольно много. То есть помимо того, что у нас есть просто боссы, как они обычно представляются, у нас также есть мини-боссы, которые встречаются по игре где-то в середине мира. Мы можем заметить, что мы еще не до конца мира дошли, но уже встретили босса.
Something behind it that works. I don't think it's random, but it's really precise.
Yeah, I don't think it's random. There's like
determines the damage output.
There's like a pixel.
Ну, выносим клейнсеров с помощью других клейнсеров, да. Одной из механик игры является кидание. Мы просто кидаем врагов, позволяет нам намного быстрее разбираться с врагами.
Yeah, so this level is just to clean the waves of enemies that appear. You can use this big guy, this big clancer, to like annihilate the first right side of them.
Yeah.
And just turn around and kill the other ones on the left.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Normally when all the enemies jump in, they'll kind of like throw little jabs at you and it kind of like messes you up. But if you throw the big guy, then it just kind of cuts through them.
Кстати говоря, у раннера осталось довольно мало хп.
So this level has your first quote-unquote mini-boss. I wouldn't call it mini-boss exactly, but you can't persevere until you defeat the leader here, the leader clancer. Once you defeat him, the screen shifts is over.
Yeah, and this is like a super laggy section.
Этому уровню нам нужно
if you like mess up the jump to the
портал, варп.
Like a huge time loss.
По-моему, он называется Star Warp, если я правильно помню по игре.
Yeah, the S ranks in this game are like really tight, by the way. I would actually say that like on a
игра довольно простая на самом деле. Ну, если реально говорить, то игра не очень сложная. Ее можно пройти за 3-4 часа. Даже, наверное, за 2-3 часа. Я лично сам не проходил, поэтому немножко сложно. Тем временем мы переходим во вторую локацию, во второй мир. Это лавовый мир, где нас встречает очень много лавы. И мы встречаемся с новой механикой, это порталы, которые нас переносят просто по уровню.
Oh, I got intentional damage boosters off that. That was not intentional, but I'll take it. I'll take that any day of the week. That was non-intentional.
Yeah, nice boost through the
И, в принципе, как таковых гличей особо нету, но есть некоторые гличи, позволяющие нам проходить сквозь некоторые стены, если мы набираем очень хорошую скорость, и мы попадаем в правильный промежуток между блоками. Это делать довольно сложно, и я не уверен, будет ли это делать раннер на марафоне, поскольку в некоторых моментах это может сохранить довольно много времени.
It's also one of the hardest levels to optimize because, you know, one misinput or mistiming and you fall down. So here's our first major glitch coming up. If you want to explain this,
yeah, sure. Okay, so there's a weird condition where if you dash downwards while grabbing, you can clip through small bricks. So here he's going to be nudging into the wall, and then nice, got it. That was like 4th try. That's frame perfect, by the way.
Yeah.
Да, даже сами комментаторы говорят, что трюк очень сложный. Это frame perfect трюк. Кстати говоря, здесь использовался немножко другой способ. Клипа сквозь блоки. Где мы использовали мини-удары для того, чтобы встать в определенный кадр. В определенную точку и прожать удар в определенный кадр.
The red blocks to break normally, because like behind you, the red blocks are breaking like one block at a time.
И мы встречаемся еще одним мини-боссом.
Like playing it intentionally because you have to wait for the blocks to just break like normally.
Good B so far.
So this B fight here,
на самом деле это
you
тоже
deal a lot more damage by throwing him into the lava. That was a really good fight.
Он тоже был загипнотизирован, были промыты мозги.
Yeah, so like you can damage him by throwing him in the ground. Also, dying there skips Marina's little dance animation that she does after defeating bosses. So like going into the lava skips that animation, which
Как вы можете понять, на этом уровне мы не будем его проходить так, как задумали разработчики, а мы попытаемся пройти его полностью на реактивном ранце. Это немного сложно, поскольку мы не можем постоянно лететь на ранце. Нам нужно очень четко менеджить нажатие кнопки ускорения, иначе мы упадем в лаву. Довольно интересный уровень, на котором мы просто падаем. Но нам, помимо того, что нужно падать, нам также надо попадать в порталы. Ну и если мы попадаем во все порталы, то мы очень быстро переносимся к концу уровня.
If you do it like perfectly, you can do like both at the same time. Like you get height and preserve your speed.
Тем временем второй уже мир подходит к концу. И здесь у нас есть... Да, у раннера получается. Есть очень прикольный буст. Дело в том, что если мы возьмем какой-то блок, точнее даже не возьмем, мы схватимся блок, что это, который сам по себе дает небольшое ускорение, и затаймим так, что в один момент мы отпустим, когда он нам даст максимальное ускорение. Это позволит нам с огромной скоростью пролететь уровень. К сожалению, это встречается в игре всего лишь один раз.
So he has to stay low enough that he's not going to fall into the lava, but not too high that he's going to grab a clancer through the floor. So that was really good.
All right. So this boss fight, Mijin Brawl.
Ну и, конечно же, у нас босс уровня. У нас уже был один босс. Но теперь мы можем заметить, что в этом мире два босса.
By grabbing his fists and throwing him right back at him, which I got pretty cleanly, which is nice.
И бой с ним интересен тем, что мы бьем его собственной рукой. Мы берем его руку, подбираем ее и просто отправляем ему же обратно.
Joey got hit on purpose by some fire right at the start, and you want to get hit here because if you don't get hit, then the boss will give you a gold gem at the end of it. And you don't want that because it just like wastes a little bit of time. It was like a little bit, and you don't want that. You don't want to hear it. Also, Joey was like flying up into the corner in between faces. That manipulates him into not shooting fireballs during that phase.
Yeah, and around this section of the fight, he starts faking you out.
Кристальчики, если мы очень четко их отбиваем.
Is random, so sometimes his fists will be coming right at you, or you can wait almost like 10-15 seconds for something to come up. So I got pretty good RNG there. Usually he can like fake you out for like 10 straight seconds, but he came up to me pretty consistently there, which is good.
Like pretty good luck so far. This is one where if you just get unlucky, you just won't get the S.
Ну и мы спасаем профессора.
Yeah, like it's common to lose time there considering the RNG effect. So I guess I can explain this really briefly. Before we get to our first major cutscene.
Мы выполнили нашу миссию, мы спасли профессора Тао.
That's not the first time you'll see stuff like that happen.
Oh, important cutscene here.
Yeah, we gotta like be silent for this section here.
Нам показывают каких-то чуваков.
So, the big reason English is
Нам показывают, ладно, не буду миссики наводить. Нам показывают следующих трех боссов.
The first guy.
I love that voice acting so much. And I like this cutscene in general too, just because like when it pans over, you can see just how passionate Lunar is. I guess like so the what even is the lore here, right? It's like the beast nectar or whatever. They're like relatively neutral.
Да.
But they're getting like tricked into thinking that Marina's actually the bad guy or girl. And and the beast nectar are now like so preoccupied with like protecting the planet that now they want to go and destroy Marina, but this evil monolith actually just wants Marina captured.
Now this section, they start being informed that a festival's coming up, which you'll see really soon. Probably the most dreaded part of the run, but we'll get to that soon.
Look at the chat, everyone's doing the Here's Lunar, it's so good.
Yeah, like, you think we can do a good impression? Do you think so?
Oh, you wanna do one together?
You wanna like try to do it in unison?
Oh, we could try. There might be some Discord lag, but all right. You wanna count it down?
All right. Maybe we'll be a little off, but we'll try.
Оказались у нас дома.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Through fire, justice is served.
Мы обнаружим, что, оказывается, нашего профессора снова похитили.
Very, very good. Very good.
И это был не профессор, это был Снегай.
The Japanese version is faster, by the way. I don't know. I think Joey mentioned that a little bit. It's like 40 seconds faster, but like you really lose out. You lose out on Shake Shake. You lose out on Here's Lunar. It's just not. It's not worth it. It's not worth the time.
Yeah, like runs, you always see the Japanese version because of that reason. Because text obviously is the culprit of what makes it slow. Also, here we have the elusive Peaches strat.
Yeah, I discovered this strat back in like 2013 or something.
First try.
Первые попытки делать скип.
So originally what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to grab a pot and put a whole bunch of bombs in the pot and then shake them up to make a big
его можно заранить, если нас откинет не в ту сторону взрыва.
And it turned out even the TAS at the time did that. And I found that damage boost that gets you above all of those bricks faster than you could normally boost grab up there. So even the task couldn't boost grab up there fast enough. But that was my like big contribution that's still being used, I guess.
Yeah, that's a really good strat. Like,
очень странное решение, по-моему, от автора. Сначала нас спускать в лавовый мир, потом в снежный.
I guess like the speed.
All right, so
go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna let you say you should talk for this level coming up.
Or are you doing Go Marzen?
Missile Surf.
Oh, Missile Surf, that's right, okay. Yeah, so Missile Surf is like a doozy of a level. I found it to be like one of the most
levels when I was
trying to do RUSC. So there's a missile, and like it says you have to surf it, because depending on where you stand on it, it'll like point up and down, and you're supposed to like point it up and point it down and point it up and point it down, and ride it all the way through this level of obstacles that you can see Joey already flying through. The thing is though, he's not.
Это было близко, сейчас раннер мог улететь.
It's going to crash eventually. The idea though is just he wants to beat the level.
Просто неожиданно ему прилетела пуля.
Outside of that one bullet, you got shot by like one dude that you like recovered really well. That was awesome.
Yeah. I was like, this is not good.
Yeah, that was really clean. Because aiming it is really tight. I don't think it really came through like how hard it is to aim. I want to say there's probably about 5 degrees that you have, maybe even less, to aim it correctly.
Где можно сделать высокий прыжок, если одновременно с дэшем вверх, даже в бок.
Yeah, my goal with that is at least make it as straight as possible, or at least slightly upwards, because
если мы сделаем дэш вверх и в бок, и при этом одновременно прыгнем, то мы сможем сделать высокий прыжок, позволяет нам запрыгивать на некоторые поверхности, которые просто так не запрыгнем.
I position Marina to dash off the missile. Also, this trick here requires a precise dash to maneuver through the platforms.
Больше одного раза встречается.
Good recovery. So I don't know if you noticed, but
почему-то я как-то забыл про
he landed on a platform and then fell off on purpose, and like resetting that is significantly faster than
встречаемся с мини-боссом.
Because what you used to do, or at least what I used to do, is I didn't know how to do that back when I first ran this game, and so I would just boost grab through that whole section.
Второе мы сначала закидываем консерами, а после
бьем
землю. Даже не бьем, мы просто его кидаем. И в принципе это логично, поскольку главный герой это робот.
It's kind of an overlooked boss fight in terms of how hard it is. I think it's a really hard boss, like just optimally.
I think so too, yeah.
And we're gonna be the complete opposite and fight this guy.
Yeah. Get your oh my dogs out. Chili dog unfortunately doesn't put up much of a fight.
Poor dog.
Встречаем еще одного мини-босса. Кстати, мы не просто так встречаем этих мини-боссов. Потому что чуть-чуть позже мы встретим снова этих мини-боссов. Но они уже не будут нам врагами.
Rolling around like 1-4 persistently. So gold gems are like hidden in every single level.
Офигенная
And some of them
механика
are
в этой
really,
игре,
really
это
easy to
механика
get, like in that level. That
байков,
gold gem in. You
велосипедов.
just kind of like accidentally flew into it while going from left to right. That doesn't really
Пока
like
еще
cost
очень
me
редко
yet,
будет
if
встречаться.
anything. Oh, here's another one of those clips. First try, dude. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
first try. Oh, yeah, that's
Perfect
nice.
trick, first try. But yeah, the gold gems, they just unlock more of the ending, and you need all of them to get like the secret, like full ending. But nothing about.
Напомню, может кто-то забыл, что
interesting little
игра
trick where you like
является
grab into a pot
головоломкой.
and like scooch while crouching to like automatically pop the dudes into it.
That's a really good level.
Ну, например, на этом уровне нам нужно было собрать кучу клейсеров и просто разместить их в одном месте. Вначале нужно было собрать два транспорта.
Okay, this is the first big RNG boss fight.
У нас босс мира.
Really RNG, depending on what pattern that this guy gives. This fight will take like an extra, 10 to 15 seconds. Ooh, nice pattern.
I'll take it.
Нам
I got
подсказывает
double bomb, so.
комментатор, что этот босс немного зависит от рандома, то есть как нам повезет, не повезет. И раннеру выпал очень хороший случайный паттерн этого босса, и он очень легко с ним расправился.
Man, that was like almost perfect in terms of like what Minor gave Joey, and that was still an A. So I think that really shows like how like tight those S ranks are.
So here we go, leading up to the day of the festival.
И мы встречаем новую механику в игре. Это механика соревнований.
So this is just a small introduction to it. So there's going to be 7 events, just 7 mini games you partake in, and
И если все это время вы думали, что мы играем в какой-то там платформер, где мы что-то там выполняем, то забудьте. Сейчас мы будем соревноваться. Кто быстрее, кто умнее. Ну, короче, все вот это вот, как мы любим.
Yeah, like we haven't had any donations in this run yet, but this is where you get donations in. So if there's any donations, then this is the time.
I do have about 1 or 2 or a billion, so here we go. Marina Lightyears donates $50. It says shake, shake.
Значит, первым испытанием будет стометровка.
$50 and says great to see Mischief Makers at GDQ. This game got me through an 8-month hospitalization back when I was a kid. Never saw a play.
Здесь нам нужно как можно быстрее мышить.
Good luck on the run and thanks to everyone for the awesome week. Shake, shake, Joeybaby.
Да, можно даже не мышить. Мы можем просто зажать.
Daniel donates $25 and says let's get this golden age super boss fight. Love and GDQ. I think it's golden son of the lost age, although I did accidentally call it golden age earlier, so that's fine. It happens. Let's see. Final Flame donates $50 and says, this game is a hidden gem. I absolutely loved playing this game during my childhood. One of my favorites. Really happy to see Joey get to show this awesome run off. Best of luck with the run. Teddy Bear of Death donates $5 and says, today is my birthday and I'm super excited to see Mischief Makers be run for it. An absolute favorite from my childhood. Good luck to the runner. Shout out to Blockman and the marble with the screaming man inside. Fight.
There are clam balls with screaming faces on them, so that's
good. See, very good. Firetron sends $50 and says, time to donate to a game me and my friends call Anime. The
здесь не о чем рассказывать. И даже на основной трансляции сейчас достаточно просто доната.
Oh, sorry.
I just said JP.
Oh, yeah. I guess I want to briefly say one thing. So this next minigame is really technical. You see 100 meters, you saw 200, you're gonna see 400. This is really technical, so.
Вам же понравилась 100-метровка и 200-метровка, так получить
400
метров.
Try to get it on screen here. I'm really bad at angling this. You want to hold right. and keep holding right, because this mini game is so slow normally that's faster to just foul it 3 in a row and just fail it. You can proceed with donation. I just want to bring that up because it's funny.
Да, нам нельзя делать фальстарт.
Yeah.
Okay, where was here we go. They Call Me Tony sends $100 and says had to donate during the Mischief Makers run. A great hidden gem my brother and I loved playing together way back. Shake, shake. Shake, shake. Mac Chop
Ну, в принципе, можем не проходить 400-метровку. Это не обязательно, потому что 400 метров очень долгая трасса.
Thanks to the runners and the event for bringing it back. Shake, shake.
Shake, shake.
Keep going, or?
Yeah, you have some time.
Kazura sends $50 and says Mischief Makers is one treasure of a game. It's also the most anime in 64 game. Wishing the runner good luck on getting those S-rank times on the levels. Frozen Treasure sends $20 and says, Shake, shake! Easily my favorite game of all time. Always glad to see it in a run. I'll donate another $20 if Joey can get a 27-second flat time on level 5 too. Shout out to the marble with the screaming man inside. Zanime, Zanime, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to pronounce that, but sends $50, thank you so much. Says, oh boy, 4 a.m., very early, but I had to shake myself out of bed to watch the Mischief Makers speedrun. Good stuff, that game.
So here's a minute of shaking for you, because we're going to be in this mini game for a minute.
Shake.
Or donations, of course. This is a really long level.
Okay. Michael Angel sends $25 and says, donating for the underrated gem that is Mischief Makers. I've been looking forward to it since the beginning of the marathon. Shake, shake. A lot of shaking going on.
Yeah, another 38 minutes, 38 seconds of this.
All right, well. Cell Bell donates $15 and says, should I be up at 4 a.m. watching games done quick? No! Am I doing it anyway? You betcha. That's the spirit. Peter Mooney sends $25 and says, always glad to see a GDQ event. Loving that you have kept them going during the pandemic. Good luck to all the runners, organizers, and MSF.
There's time for more.
There's still okay. Weary sends $10 and says, "Through fire, justice is served." This game.
I was waiting for that one.
This game was one of my first on N64, and I absolutely love it. One of my all-time favorites and a lost gem. Thank you for keeping it alive. Shout out to the shaken, screaming head in the marble. It's mutating.
So got one more mini game, and I'll probably will explain the last one.
Yeah, just tell me when to cut it off. Flexi5 sends $25 and says, playing hooky from work, but that doesn't stop the donations. Shout out to the orb.
Просто в пролет всей локации.
Case Block sends $50 and says that here are 50 more orbs to see the Golden Sun Dullahan incentive. What will happen if we drop all of our community orbs into the lighthouses at once? Looking forward to seeing one of my most favorite games of all time broken and completed at light speed. Go GDQ. That's all right, we still have that incentive up. Let's get those donations in.
All right, so this next mini game, Math, as the title suggests.
И у нас время математики.
There's actually
Давайте, чатик, быстренько отвечайте на вопросы, пишите,
сколько будет 9. You don't get to see this minute. So pretty much the strat is to make sure you answer the last question before it gets over a minute, exactly past it. Because if you answer a question way before it hits a minute, you just get asked another question, and that would waste time. So I want to make sure I answer a question at a specific time correctly, so I don't go over by accident. That's what I get for talking after I
Oh, did he beat you? Oh, he got it.
Yeah, right.
My most.
Почему-то с раннером оказались оба из не самого умного контингента.
Like I just kept on hitting. I kept on missing. Like I kept on hitting like 3 and then 1, and the other clans would beat me to 1+1.
Yeah, it's like
видишь вопросы.
I'm
Я ж
talking again.
спидранер.
It's like, it's one thing to like do it and like know the answer. It's another thing to, oh, there's 1+1.
Oh.
It's another to grab the orb exactly.
You got revenge.
I had to say the word today. Like grab the little ball. So if you're like trying to rush it, you can just miss the orb completely.
Okay, so here's some lore that I actually didn't even realize until I was like, you know, reviewing stuff for this run. So there's this cat who's like, hey, congrats, you won, but you don't get Professor Theo, you gotta beat me in dodgeball first. And you actually just like, like body slam the cat against the wall. And
you don't play dodgeball because it's faster. It's faster to beat the hell out of it than play it fair and square.
Yeah, and the cat's like, oh, you cheated.
Ну и время сразиться с еще одним боссом.
Actually has the professor. So this is a crazy boss fight. I think it's one of the more iconic boss fights.
Если мы берем предмет в руки и делаем шейк-шейк-шейк,
cat riding a missile, and you,
то можем увеличить его и увеличить урон. Например, у этих ракет.
There's a phase where Lunar will jump over you, and if you hit him with a shaken missile as he's landing, there's like a somewhat tight window for it. Then he gets locked in this phase, and it's so good. That was perfect, by the way. Nice.
Yeah, that was really good, and I got the hit as well.
Yeah. So that wasn't a mistake. Joy getting hit by that missile at the end. Again, you want to avoid getting a gold gem, and that happens to be like the best place to do it because the last missile is already on its way to him. So that was awesome.
Мы снова спасаем нашего профессора. Наконец-то его вернули. Ну, наконец-то. Ну, он обшел какой-то катсцену показывает.
You lose like a second here, a second there. That I think is one of the examples where if you were to mess up the like phase lock, you would probably lose like 30 to 40 seconds. Usually it's not really bad to mess up something.
Yeah, I told Peaches earlier before the run, like, okay, there's levels I can talk at, but those are not one of those because I need to make sure I get it down, and I'm glad I got through that.
Yeah, you have to like
pretty clean.
You gotta keep track of like missile count. You also have to like some of them you shake and some of them you don't shake because they come out at different speeds. So that that was really well done. That was a nice boss fight.
So Taurus here is the second B sector. He's going to avenge Lunar, his fallen comrade. So now he's going to be the next opponent we face during the next chapter. And you might notice that there might be a little like running gag here where you save your professor, but then he gets kidnapped again. So that's not going to stop anytime soon.
I think this next one, this might be my favorite one. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's really good. Like cutscene wise, like the voices, like there's a part of it that's like really hilarious to me.
I know what you mean.
So you see Kalina from 1-2.
Приходит Клэнсер, который выглядит как Марина. Профессор просто влюбляется в новую версию Марины.
Whatever that means.
И убегает за ней.
I want you to listen to this part. Like,
но здесь приходит настоящая Марина, она не понимает.
Help me, Marina, but you think that's Marina. I don't understand. What does that even mean? Like help as in please slow down.
Почему-то профессор кричит, помоги мне, Марина, при этом сам просто бежит за Мариной.
Well, this is kind of a cool level. So Joey's going to be like boost jumping and then dashing downwards to continue doing more of them. And there's a little clip. There's like a couple blocks that are like aligned funny that let you kind of squeeze through them. Normally you're supposed to grab a star and it takes you like elsewhere in the level and you have to go through this like winding snake of brick.
One of the most RNG heavy levels in the game. Except
мы вернулись.
So it's pretty much a sequel to yeah, that was a really
у нас
good,
новый уровень.
I said it again.
И на этом уровне у нас
it's a sequel to 3 Clancer kids, and you pretty much not say 3, but 7. But each kid is blocked off by a boss fight, and 2 out of the 3 variations are very hard RNG.
И если мы побьем, уровень закончится. Они могут принять одну из 3 версий мини-босса. Но на самом деле, конечно, они не случайно это делают. Они по определенному паттерну.
Yeah, most of the time difference here is going to be like what kind of patterns you get on these.
На самом деле мы их бьем не просто так. Дело в том, что когда мы их бьем, мы выгоняем из них весь гипноз.
There's the drill that Joey just did, and then I think you do a climb pot next. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this climb pot.
Yeah.
Get debris that falls, and where the debris is falling, where it falls is all random. So it's you can get no debris to fall on you, or you do get some, but they all get piled on that you just get bombarded and just like annihilated because they're all coming at you.
And falling debris will collide with the debris that you're trying to throw, so you have to kind of like thread it in between. This is really, really well played so far, by the way.
Yeah, this is really good so far. I'm surprised. This level was not kind to me in practice last time I streamed.
Yeah, and in terms of like raw
like, not
gameplay,
at all.
I think this is like the longest level by far in terms of raw
Еще один паттерн.
like otherwise it would be day.
Который, по-моему, вы пропустили.
And I want to say like as like an entry level run, you would probably expect this to take like a good 5 to 6 minutes. Geez, this is on pace to be like a low 4 or even like have you ever gotten a 3 on this?
I have to see what my PB was, because that was like the best Clancer Kid 7 I've ever got.
Ну их на самом деле много, очень много.
Usually I look at my live split to ensure how good the level was.
Немного скучноват, наверное, из-за того, что здесь происходят однообразные битвы.
Yeah, so it's essentially the same boss fights repeated. You won't see any variation for the next like 2 fights, so you can squeeze in like a donation here or 2.
All right. Sushi Elemental sends $20. It says Mischief Makers 2, Shaken, Not Stirred, coming this fall, rated S+. The True King of Space donates $50 and says, stayed up all night for this. I met my best friend because of this game. Saw him draw in Marina before gym in high school. We've been friends ever since. Thank you, Mischief Makers. Through fire, justice is served.
There it is again. Well, I love to hear that one.
Oh, we have time for one more?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Danny S. sends $10 and says, this game and Mario RPG were my real introduction to anime as a child. I can only hope Mischief Makers will somehow resurface one day.
Mischief Maker 2, where are you?
В принципе, не страшно, поскольку умереть в игре все-таки немного сложновато, но все равно неприятно будет умереть под конец уровня.
Jeronchin donates $250 and says, it feels great to finally be out of college and working enough to donate to GDQ after years of watching. Enjoy the runs and let's all donate what we can.
We can go.
Alright.
One more in?
Yeah, one more.
Okay. Mother Goose
прошлый был чуть сложнее, там
I love GDQ so much. I live for these
выпасть
events.
плохой рандом.
I take a life break from everything to watch the whole week.
Да,
that was so sick.
So that was pretty good. I think the last 2 bosses were a little slow, but like leading up to them, they were like it was a pretty good pace. So we didn't mention this earlier, so around the beginning of the run, like 1-7 and 1-8, there's like 2 specific Clancers that you save. Turin and Ordine. Don't know the pronunciation, but it's 2 specific Clancers that you save here. So basically they respect Marina because they saved their lives previously. So of course, them being little kids, she's gonna save them, whatever. And then you learn like kind of who's behind this whole capturing the professor, and he calls himself the Evil Emperor. You'll know more of him later on in the run. So essentially, she sacrifices her life to save the kids, and well, I guess you'll see it for yourself.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because like the Clancers, they all look kind of spooky, right? They have these like kind of ghost eyes.
Мы встречаем деда.
Actually, like totally neutral, mostly harmless.
Дед отправляет в нас Fireball.
Yeah, so this section here, so now Marina is just eliminated, well, at least like unconscious, not like destroyed, because she's
наша миссия
just sitting there.
Победить
But now
деда.
you take control of Terran. His movement is extremely more limited for obvious reasons. He can run, jump, a maximum of 3, punch, and do an up kick. That up kick will be used really prominently.
Есть одно но,
the
мы
next
играем
level,
теперь за
but you just
скелетик.
essentially hold right and just go through the obstacles.
I can't believe Marina's dead.
So now he's gonna avenge or resurrect Marina for
Разница
protecting
между
him
персонажами
previously.
в том, что Скелетик не умеет дэшиться.
But here's a nice tricycle just conveniently there, which is faster than his memory. I don't know why it's there, but I'm not gonna complain.
Action section of the tricycle. I mean, you need it because you you have to ride the tricycle into that little cubby. And I guess they give you a hint because there's like a blue square that has a tricycle in it. And it's similar to a previous level, which really didn't explain it all.
Clancer копию Марины.
Ride a tricycle and, Okay.
Oh, did I actually miss that? Oh, well, get over here. There we go. Ooh. So here we have like a really intense boss fight, and the longest exploding of all time.
I love this. Oh, did we see what your time was on 7 Clancer Kicks?
I wasn't paying attention. No. Darn, I should have done that. Well, we'll look back at the bots.
Yeah. I feel like that was like a low 4. I bet that like beat your PB.
Oh, I forget there's like 20 cutscenes you skip. Okay, so here we have Dice Roll. Torres is easily one of, if not the worst RNG boss fight in the game. So he can do one of 6 attacks. 2 of them is a certain punch move where you can use the wall to slam back at him. 3 of them, you can't do anything. You just have to wait for him to just actually do the attack. And the other is a rock move.
Ну, в принципе,
it's a one-hit KO. So optimally, you want him to like do a body slam on the ground, and rocks will fall from the sky. Throwing that rock back at him does a one-shot. But that was an alright fight.
Yeah.
As long as he at least gives you an attack pattern that you can damage him, then that's pretty alright.
Yeah, sometimes he'll just like jump a bunch and not
Но
even
это даже не был боссом, это был мини-босс
this is a
мира.
really cool level. I want to talk about this level. Is Ghost Catcher.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is a very technical level. There's like I don't know, like 8 ghosts or something that are like flying around, and you have to catch them in this pot. And you actually get a lot of kind of freedom in like how you move around, and it's really technical. You get a lot of freedom. It's really fun. So most of the ghosts are kind of like hiding places, so you have to like pluck a flower here and then it appears. Some of them are just floating around, and it's just a very like high, I guess like APM level. It's very satisfying to try to like PB on this one. There's actually a sweet spot where you can blow up both this and the right statue at the same time, but it's like super duper precise. Very much not worth going for.
Yeah.
Because if you only blow up the right one, the left one can't get destroyed. But if you have to go and get a second bomb. But if you don't blow up the right one, then you can just throw the pot into it. So it's safer to just use the bomb on the left one.
Yeah, it's really risky and just better to break the one that requires the breaking, usually.
And the level automatically ends as
That's a pretty alright
ghost.
Some minute Ghost Catcher is pretty good. I'll take it.
It's a pretty sick level.
Like barely summon.
The king wants his tricycle.
Снова.
So
Велик.
you deliver to him.
And
there's like an exploding,
трехколесный. Трехколесный велик.
Evade, but you're never gonna get caught by it. And for the most part, you just like mash.
Которому, да, нужно добраться до конца уровня.
Technically, I think the fastest way to do this is that you get a little boost as soon as you go off of like a ramp. You can hear the little like whoop noise as you do it each time.
You want to at least let go there before a ramp.
Yeah, so if you're really trying to like grind out IL times for this, you would just let go very briefly. But like if you just mash, I think it's like a second or something like that throughout the entire level. Well done, Marina. Now I can ride my tricycle again. The deep lore.
There's an abundance of tricycles in Clancer Planet, or Planet Clancer. Yeah. It's like a bunch of them.
Here's a pretty interesting level. This is a boss fight against a mole. He's like pretty useless as long as you can keep in the air. So I think you have to throw him like 20 times or something like that. I'm sure Joey's counting, but it doesn't even look like you're hurting
Даже не даем стать
him or
на
anything,
землю.
but no, this is damaging him. And once he hits a certain damage threshold, then as soon as he wakes up, he'll like do a desperate.
Oh, I didn't get all the hits, huh? Must have miscounted. No, he's dead. He just went the wrong way. Okay.
He was like too close to the right wall.
It's 17 throws.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, so pretty much when you defeat him, he's not technically dead yet. He's gonna try to do like one more last attack, and that's him bum rushing towards you. And it's quicker for him to just touch the right wall, but I accidentally turned the other way.
Тем временем, чатик, мы считаем до 9.
There's a maze. Well, it's less of a maze when you know where to go, but yeah, you use these colors and the NPCs give you hints here and there, but
this is basically
I don't recall what they say because I just know where to go.
This is like the Mario Maker level of this game.
Yeah, it's like, oh, how convoluted can we make the path to get to the end?
It's just 50-50 doors all the way until the end. So there's kind of a cool dance skip. Nice, good timing. So if you do that too early, Marina will hit the wall. And if you're trying to be like too gentle with it, then you'll land on the ground first. So if you do a dash jump like at the perfect timing, then the camera will move with you and you fall down the hole without doing your little dance. This should be a pretty clean quick kill, I think. This dude will throw a rock at you and then you aim his pink shot upwards. One more rock to grab. Nice, that was really well timed. Okay.
That's really good.
And then also you might have noticed that Joey took a hit on purpose on the explosion. So here you want to grab this guy's foot and then shake it out from under him. And the thing is, so you could just shake it out and then dash upwards and
then
but if you just do that, then he's going to have to walk farther. So you might notice Joey actually doing a boost towards him. That just makes him walk less. On the fourth smash, he's not going to do that. He's just going to go up and then down. And that's because...
Yeah, the final one is the final hit,
yeah,
so
we don't have to worry about
you can speed up that hit.
So, pretty solid fight. I think the trickiest part of that is just timing the second rock throw, which Joey did like basically perfectly.
Yeah, the second rock throw gets most people because, you know, you have free movement of your position.
Не, ну сейчас мы точно спасли
You're slightly off, the timing kind of changes. Yeah. So it's nice I got that. So I don't know if you guys have been following, but I think you know what will happen here. Like, just, you know, I hope you caught in the little gag here. Even he's aware of it. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. And at this point, he just gives up and is like,
yeah, whatever.
All right.
Yeah, come kidnap me, I get it.
My destiny lies with you guys. Do what you must. Do it for the plot.
I like the music.
We can squeeze a donation here. This is like a long capturing section here.
All right. Sir Dan donates $10 and says, wanted to wake up in time to catch the Mischief Makers run. I still remember renting this from Blockbuster. Such a unique time. Best of luck to the runner on running this gem.
So we have the final B sector, Mirko.
Опять мы не спасли профессора. Опять
cool, but he's pretty cool.
Идти спасать.
I think he holds one of the most coolest visual boss fights, but we'll get to it when we get to it.
Но мы правда знаем, что в игре 5 миров. И то есть в теории или на практике мы дошли до последнего мира, до последнего куска игры.
Plants War 2 essentially is holding right pretty much, and then getting hit immediately on the first enemy.
Yeah, there's these enemies that show up are like semi-random. I think there's like chunks, like patterns that could spawn. And the ideal thing, if you're trying to go for like IL times, is that there's sometimes missile caps. And if you hold onto a missile cap and then carry it through the level, and then time it so that all the missiles are pointed to the right side of the screen as the boss spawns, it'll kill it just a little bit faster, but you have to be crazy lucky to have it happen. Like, I haven't seen a single missile cap yet. Like, farming ILs in this game is like a whole different beast. It's like super demoralizing sometimes because you have to wait for this like crazy lucky thing to happen 4 times in a row. There's a missile cap, but if we're just doing runs, it's a little bit more reliable and stable to just ignore them and go right onto you. Because if enemies will like punch or kick you, you'll just drop your missiles.
Yeah, it's just like a set of 4 mini bosses in a row. It's not the most. I guess I would assume what level probably took the least amount of effort to make is probably this one. Because there's no obstacles. They just put a lot of enemies in, you know, Mario Maker style, and just call it a day.
You got 3 missile cats, including one with the perfect spawn right at the start.
Почему-то цветами в виде светофора. Красно-желтый, зеленый.
So someone told me to get a 27-second flat in 5-2. I can't make promises, but I'll try my best.
Oh yeah, this one's kind of tough. So this big planter will shoot out these little kind of like, I don't know, drone planters.
Убегаем от робота на гусе.
And after a couple, he'll shoot out an explosion.
Ой, гусе. На страусе. О, ошибочка. Бывает. Ну, мини-боссы здесь в этой игре очень легкие. Боссы еще могут что-то сделать, если не знать паттернов, но мини-боссы, да.
Alright, so here we have a Sky Chase Zone from Sonic 2. You just stay here and hope you don't get hit. Not like it matters, because you just chill around here.
Hey.
Also, let me make a comment of how well of a thruster this B is right here. If you just move around, he's just like, you know, he's getting it going.
Почти половину мира мы уже прошли.
Look at my boy. But this is pretty much another auto-scroller, so you can put in 1 or 2 donations.
All right. The Gossip Gamer sends $25 and says, "Through fire, justice is served. A hero in shiny armor is called. To punish evil forces, I have been charged. Love seeing this obscure game from my childhood getting some love at GDQ. Good luck on the run, and shake, shake your way to victory." We have a $50 donation from Guaro here that says, "Long-time watcher, first time donating. Thanks for all the work both GDQ and MSF do." And keep going, or?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Cool. We got a boss fight coming up, so we have our first encounter. Oh, I got an S ring. That's nice. That's a frame perfect.
Yeah, it was like extremely tight to do that.
Yeah, so Mirko here, you have to release his shield just to be able to damage him and grab his sword here. Position yourself, so you that was a good attempt at that. So what you're supposed to do there is grab the sword and drop it by his feet, and you can just chain hits as he's like standing next to you, and some throws you can do double damage. So I ended up grabbing him by accident, so that messes up pretty much the setup I was trying to go for.
Yeah, Mirko.
It's a pretty tight positioning for
that.
It
is, yeah. And Mirko's pretty wise to your ways. So like, if you do this wrong, he'll actually just like parry you or whatever and knock you away. I think this is it's actually a pretty tough fight to do casually the first time. It looks really easy when you know what his like weak points are.
So here's a cool level. At the end of this room here, there's a puzzle that you're supposed to do where you go through like a bunch of different teleports to drop this bomb safely so you can catch it. But timing a dash out of that clam ball,
oh, that's interesting how you do that.
You can just recatch it. You can just recatch it and just skip that whole puzzle. You're not supposed to grab it like that.
That's pretty interesting.
You're supposed to like,
yeah. I like to land and then do a dash grab into it. I actually didn't even know you could do it the way that you do it. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think even Repler was like, I didn't think that was possible. Like he wasn't even aware of that. That was just something that I found like just without knowing what's the fast way of doing that or the quote unquote optimal way. But it's a way that I find comfortable to do.
Cool. What a gratuitous explosion.
So here we have probably the best looking boss in my opinion, and I want to focus on this one.
Yeah, this is a cool fight.
I can
try to get like a little play-by-play as he's going through it. At the start, you want to like hang to the right and then immediately grab this dude. Pull away his shield, get it away from him. Now grab his sword, and he's going to dash into a wall. And if you time it just right, you can interrupt him out of the dash and hit him with both of his weapons. That'll introduce this second phase. And here is, you get a really, really tight window to grab this head. It is really tight. You have to shake it all the way downwards. And it's very high risk, high reward, because if you miss it, he'll do like a wing attack that can actually one-shot. Like, his life bar at the top, it's actually got 3 life bars, like there's the 2 reserve tanks that you can see. And you can actually just get chunked all the way. Then you grab this missile, throw it back at him, and also he purposely took the hits on the Gatling gun because it's the least damaging thing, and also got an auto scroll. Like, he doesn't waste any time to get hit by it. So overall, that was like a perfect fight.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, outside of like,
had like a little slow head grab like on the second phase.
Yeah, you can like
это реально была
it's possible to like shake the head faster, but doing that will kind of
даже
throw off your
практически
spacing. So unless you're like really
трехмерный.
farming out ILs, there's no reason to like try to do it as fast as you can. So no, that was really good.
So we have the evil Emperor again, and you find out, shocking twist, that this guy is his brother, Leo, not Theo, Leo. Close enough. So yeah, mainly finding his expertise to be viable for their mission to world conquest.
Мы встречаем брата нашего профессора.
Pretty much, you know, please, Leo, don't do this. You don't understand. And Leo's like, I don't care. some abbreviation like that.
Yeah, the story, it like almost makes sense. It's kind of surreal. It's kind of dreamlike. It's sort of like, I don't know, you're like listening to a Saturday morning.
Мы не встречаем, мы узнаем, что все это время император был братом нашего профессора. Мы встречаем просто идеальнейшую битву, в которой мы должны брать облака со словами и превращать их в хорошие слова или... Ну или просто переворачивать смысл слов.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, there's a couple that he wants to avoid. You want to avoid death because shaking that turns into life and it just gives you HP. And then there's also, shoot, I forgot what turns into lucky, but there's one of them that you shake and it turns into a gold gem. Is it?
Okay, so this cutscene is probably the funniest in English, so I want you to listen to this one.
Но это было не все. И дед решил отомстить за то, что мы его кресло сломали.
So his original line is like, boy, am I glad to see you, Marina. So instead of just having a line that makes sense in that context, just add a random line that makes no sense, and then he screams like, okay. All right.
Yeah, I was playing this for, like almost 10 years. Actually, more than 10 years. I think I first played this in like 2010. And I played it all the time, and I never noticed that part of the cutscene. Someone pointed it out, and it just made me crack up. I think it's so funny.
Yeah.
Boy, am I glad to see you.
Theo dies, except not really, and then she gets mad and throws him to the stratosphere. So we're up to the final boss here. This next cutscene you can skip technically, but I'm gonna make an exception here because this cutscene is pretty good. You'll see the beast sectors forming.
Да, чатик сегодня не повезло, потому что раннер смотрит катсцены на английском причем. Японская версия намного быстрее, чем английская.
You see the full transformation here. This is so dope. It's a shame you skipped this one.
Yeah.
Like straight out of Gundam or Transformers.
So this boss fight is actually pretty sick. Joey, do you need to focus on this one, or do you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a really specific quick kill. This guy has a lot of different patterns that he can do, and
я не помню last где-то босс.
Ну
ну да, по-моему, это last босс. И у него просто эпичнейшая битва, где мы его хватаем за ногу и просто долбим об пол.
It'll actually manipulate him into giving you like super favorable behavior.
Alright, here's the missile. So he throws a missile after slamming a couple times, and his movement is random.
Yeah.
So I have to hope I hit this.
I think it's like, it seems weighted for him to go to the left, but so usually, I don't know, if you're just like really trying to optimize your run, you'll just send it to the left.
And time comes when he's dizzy. Time.
Dude, nice run.
Mid 58, I'll take it. And that was giving you guys an extra cutscene.
Заработал или проиграл поинты?
Yeah, it's a really good run.
Nice run, man. So if you were to like drop the boss at any point during that, he'll jump backwards and do this like big power-up beam, and it takes a ton of time.
Yeah, like I think every missile miss, he does an extra. Yeah, he goes in the background and shoots a laser, and that laser attack takes around 15 to 20 seconds long. So just missing that is really unfortunate. So here's the ending. So the ending actually works a little differently than in this game. So you see like a golden gem counter on the top left. So the cutscene of the ending is as long as how many gems you got. So every like 10, 15 seconds, it ticks down. You see it went from 4 to 3. So pretty much the game incentivizes you. If you want to watch the full cutscene and the true ending, you have to collect every gem. And clearly I didn't do that. So that's essentially Mischief Makers. But yeah, Peaches, thank you so much for being on comms, you know. I think I couldn't think of any better person to be on commentary, set the foundation for Mischief Maker speedrunning, and I'm glad to have you.
Yeah, thanks for it. It was really fun. Really nice run.
Sure. And shout out to GDQ for, having me. And shout outs for Enix for never making a Mischief Maker 2.
Да, фанаты игры
I'm thankful for that.
Вторую часть,
продолжение,
поскольку игра на самом деле очень интересная,
not having an official Marina plush to put in my collection of degeneracy behind me.
К сожалению, но авторы не делают вторую часть.
Besides that, yeah, but thank you so much, GDQ, and look forward for the next runs coming up. Peace.
А дальше нас ждет великая игра Червячок Джим, который все мы помним. Sega Dreamcast, Mega Drive 2.
This is Summer Games Done Quick 2021. We are raising money for Doctors Without Borders.
Как Sega Genesis, но все мы играли эту игру на
Currently, we need to raise money